Well,
what up?
Guess what today is?
Overwatch.
Overwatch. TD tips.
TD tips filming for new guy. Do you want to say who it is, or is it a surprise?
Now it's too dark.
Can I spoil it?
Do you remember when I adjusted this and I made it darker? Now I just feel like it's too dark.
Too dark. Can I spoil it?
Spoil it.
It's Genji!
Hell yeah. Yep, we're about to do Genji TD tips, but first, who is the person, who are we shutting up from the Notification Nation?
Hank and Friends!
Hank and Friends, what's up, buddy?
Notification Nation,
thank you
for the first to comment on yesterday's video? Or
yes.
whenever this goes live on...
This is going on Saturday, so 2 days ago. A video 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Hank and Friends has notifications turned on. He's hit the bell. He was the first to watch our last video and first to comment. If you want to be that person, I know we got some people competing over it now. Hit the bell, hit subscribe, and be the first to comment on this video. Ooh. Let's get into the Genji TD tips.
Okay, yeah, you go do that.
Alright, bye. Alrighty, yo! Welcome back to some TD tips. Here's the Trigger Devils. You guys can see these wonderful tags on the back. Thanks again also for watching. Like, literally our Tracer TD tips video is blown up. By the time you guys are watching this, it probably is close to, if not already has 1,000 views on it. So thank you guys seriously for watching and supporting these videos. It's really been fun to make these. Today we're getting into Genji, as you guys know. So let's just hop right to it. Now, I don't really remember. I've been using these controls just about since the game came out and since I got my Trigger Devils with the rocker pad on them. I don't really remember what the default was, honestly, to begin with him. So whatever it was, I'm just going to show you what I use now. On Genji, the wall climb, double jump right here. I'll show you exactly why that is in the training center or training range or wherever that thing is. Double jump here, primary fire here, secondary fan, shuriken. So these are the straight shurikens. This is the fan shuriken on the left trigger, and then the L1 is his ability 1, which is his dash. So that's the mapping up here. It, for me, in my opinion, gives you the best kind of combo abilities with the rocker pad. And then I have his deflect mapped to my X. Dash here, X there, jump. Straight shurikens, fan, shurikens. All right, let's get into the practice range and take a look at how this actually works and kind of some of the dynamics I do in game with Genji. I don't main Genji anymore, but I've probably got at least 50 hours on Genji at this stage, maybe even more. Well, one reason why I have the jump, the double jump, all that stuff is because I just have so much finesse with this bumper. It's a membrane button, so it doesn't have a spring like inside these triggers. It's got a little rubber membrane that makes it pop back up. Therefore, it's not as reactive as the trigger. It's maybe a little bit less precise. It's good for jumping though. It just feels like the right button for it. So anyway, I got my wall, double jump, wall climb, all that stuff. You can do a little bit of like fake Hanzo stuff where if you're wall climbing, you can actually use the rocker pad to push the trigger down and you immediately shoot after you've released from the wall. Let me show you that one more time. I don't do this too often, but this is kind of something I learned recently and I'm gonna probably start working it into my game, is climb, rocker pad, and he shot. You see how he shot right there when I got to the top? So I'm pressing the rocker pad midway up the wall, like right there. So one more time, about halfway up, maybe right there, I'm going to push the rocker pad and I will shoot the shurikens once I reach the top of the wall. See how he shot those? So that's a nice way to save some time. I don't do that too often. That's kind of a new thing for me, but it's actually a really good tip and I'm probably gonna incorporate that more into my game. As you guys know, the Genji combo, you guys probably know that the Genji combo isn't quite as strong. Like, he used to be able to dash and cancel with melee, or no, he'd be able to do his melee and then literally dash right after. Oh, actually, you might still be able to do that. No, you can't do that combo anymore. So you're a little bit limited, but you got a pretty good resource of kind of combos you can still do. If you dash right to where they are, you can melee immediately after that. That's a good combo, but that really doesn't have much to do with Trigger Devils at all. Mostly it's just the primary fire, secondary fire with the rocker pad. And then if you are doing a lot of secondary firing, you can dash immediately after by comboing these two right there. That's not super helpful, but it's something just the fact that I don't have to move my fingers as much, even if I'm not pressing them at the same time, just the fact that they're so close together I find really helpful. Like, I really don't have to move my finger much at all to go between the two. I do have my deflect mapped here. It's because it has a long cooldown, and when it comes to like dashing, you want to dash like in the middle of the fight, but you're gonna reflect like on your way out. You're gonna be planning your reflex a little bit more, like between the meta of like, you know, when's the soldier gonna shoot his helix rockets? That's when I want to deflect, that sort of thing. So it's a little bit, because it's a little bit more planned out. You can have it up here. You don't need immediate access to it on these bumpers. So with Genji's ult, you can actually do some really cool things too. So if you don't know, when you ult on Genji, you want to be up in the air. It's harder, as much as you can, you want to be up in the air with Genji, just because it's harder for people to aim. It's really awkward in shooters to aim upward. So when you're gonna ult, you know, he does his big kind of screaming out to the world that he's ulting. So if you can get up high in the air when you do it, either dash straight up, wall climb straight up, or even just a double jump straight up to do it, and then you can actually press your triangle and get into the combos, and it resets your dash. You'll dash back down. I'm going to do all this in a second. Dash back down, slice, and then Shuriken, slice, and just try to get as many kills as you can. So here's where the combo gets helpful. So it's not necessarily that the rocket pad's making any of that stuff possible, but just the fact that it's so much easier to jump, get up high in the air, and I can press these both at the same time, and I can press basically all three of these at the same time, and the trigger, which is what will end up being his slice with his sword. You guys may be able to make up different combos. Like I said, I'm not maining Genji these days, so you guys, now that you know the mapping, can probably make up some combos that I may not even be familiar with. Leave a comment down below if you can think of stuff that I haven't thought of here. Just in general, though, this is my favorite mapping for Genji. Next up, we've got a suggestion for the next video, which is going to be Zenyatta. And after that, leave comments down below what other heroes you want me to cover and what mappings I use. If you got feedback on this one, go ahead and do it. Oh, get the light out of the way. Go ahead and leave that feedback if you've got feedback. Hope you guys appreciated this video. I really enjoy making these, and I'm so glad to see them taken off, which is really cool. Hit my desk. Alright guys, until next time, I think we'll probably be making one of these a week. So until next week, see you later. Nope. Good. We'll just say T. Antonio out. Hit the subscribe. Bye.